I like your choice of word. Hurry slowly.
Yes.
How do you mean hurry slowly?
Yeah.
If it's going to cost the life of one person, and you still say hurry slowly?
Let me tell you, the cardiac arrest person, if you don't allow the doctor to treat the person and you are in a hurry, you might even be the one to end up killing him.
So when he dies, at the end of the day, what's the essence of this? No, I'm asking you.
He won't die. You must give the doctor the time to administer appropriate chemotherapy in handling the
cancer patient.
Yes.
Okay, we've been joined, since we're joined by the Special Advisor to the President of Media, Mr. Femi Adesina. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Yours is a task, is a huge task, some people will say, because your principles come into a nation that needs to run. And like Tokumbo said, instead, there seemed to be a law.
Seem to be, I like the choice of words.
So what is the situation right now? I mean, vis-a-vis the recent, what just happened this morning, an explosion near the DSS office. Two explosions.
One in Adamawa and one in
figures still, casualty figures still not certain. So what's the problem?
I wouldn't say there is a problem. I
rather
rather
say seeming problem.
Yeah.
Yes, the average Nigerian, everybody. I want to know what.
Yes, I would rather say what is the solution.
Okay.
Yes,
there is a problem.
Yes, there is a problem, and what is the solution? The solution is what this government is working towards. It may seem slow, like you have said, to use your word, seem slow, but there are certain problems that will never be tackled properly unless you are sure-footed, unless you are contemplative, and you have diagnosed it properly so that they can be properly treated. There are some things you don't rush into. If you rush into it, there will be a lot of body movement. People may even applaud you, but at the end of the day, not much will be achieved. But the way the government is approaching it, contemplative...
Hold on. My colleague just read a statement credited to the president, which was made before he came into power.
Okay.
He said, from day one, Boko Haram will feel the impact, paraphrasing here, of this government and what we are going to do. From day one.
He said of our collective will. Yeah, that was one. I know that.
The
strength of our collective will. That collective will is what the president needs at this time. Because
when you say collective will, can you take it down?
All Nigerians are going to team up to battle that insurgency. And that is what the president needs at this time. That will, collective will, he needs it. Not what we hear, cacophony of voices. It's too slow, he has not done this, he has not done this, he has not done that. Rather, what he needs is our cooperation to plan this thing properly and get it done. There is something I always cite. The world woke up one day to hear that Osama bin Laden had been killed by Navy SEALs. What the world didn't know was that it took 24 months to plan that operation. 24 whole months, careful, scrupulous planning. And one day it happened. If that attempt had been made to kill Osama bin Laden and it failed, I'm sure it would have been the end of the Barack Obama presidency. But they planned it properly and they got it executed. I tell you, early this week there was a statement that the end of insurgency is near. I believe it. Because I've been privy to the things planned. And when those plans are launched, we will see a big difference.
Before I ask you what if you can give us an inkling into what these plans are. Tokumbo, 24 months to plan one incident.
On strategy.
I think with due respect to the special assistant, or advisor, I'm so sorry. With due respect to him, I have seen, we've had a special advisor before to President Jonathan. You have to toe the way of the government. But any government should accommodate critics like us.
Why not?
A JAMB student who took 5 years to go for JAMB exam and decides that at that JAMB examination, he has to take it easy until they say parents, oh, that's when he wants to start writing. The 24 months
is not relevant. It's not relevant.
The 24 months it took to plan, evidences were being seen. However, if the federal government is planning, which we want to believe they are planning, to a large extent, other things would also affect this planning. Earlier on, you heard me talk about the issue of poverty being one of the things that leads to insecurity. Insecurity in Nigeria today is not only Boko Haram. What are we doing about the armed forces? The policemen on the street, the initial policy was no more checkpoints. Now waiting you carry is back on the road. How are we trying to improve? Of recent, I got a court order approved by the Chief Judge of Lagos State to go and levy execution of a property, possession, because the person called on the Deputy Commissioner in Lagos State. He withdrew the arm. He withdrew the members of the police force. But put that aside. Armed robbery too has been on the increase. Kidnapping now is on the increase.
Let's go back a bit. You said because he called the Deputy Commissioner of Police. Or the
someone called, the Deputy Commissioner of Police alleged to me that he was called by a lawyer that says, they are demolishing our structure and they don't have any court order. And I said it to the Deputy Commissioner. I said, excuse me, sir, you have policemen there. Why did you find out from them? He said, well, my junior did not tell me. I just absorbed him from there. I'm still waiting for the action. But let's put that aside. Let's put that aside. On these security issues, the economic policy, if it's tough on people to a large extent, encourages insecurity. Now, cashless policy. Tomorrow, my credit card, I cannot withdraw more than $300 or whatever. Next tomorrow, interest rate from bank. How do I now establish or create industries that I can create employment for people and will take off their focus from insecurity? There are a lot of things, all right? We shouldn't just put the state of the nation on Boko Haram alone. As I said, I speak as a grassroots person. I decide not to be partisan. With due respect to my brother, I look at some policies, for instance, too, we just had bailout of governors from their cash crunch. And I said to me, oh, wonderful, let all local government also go and cry that we want to know how our money was expended from the governors so that the governors too will spread the bailout to the local government. These are issues Nigerians are yearning for. To me, probe of NNPC, we have national
security. Okay,
I will pick him up on this. You see, he's missing up so many things. Nigeria is a federation.
Very well.
And the core of federalism shows that there are tiers of governance.
Very well.
And some of these issues, he might be heaping the blame on the president. It's not even within the purview of the president. What's the business of the president with local government chairman? You have what makes a federation. There are two tiers in a federation. You have the federal and the federating units, which is states. And the issue of local government goes back to the state. It is the purview of the state to handle. There is joint accounts committee. So if people have problem with their governor, that is not problem of Buhari. That is the problem of that particular state. Now, that is even on state. On bailout is a wonderful program. This same country bailed out banks with 4 trillion naira. This same country. And those are private concerns that people were earning money. But when they ran into turbulence, it's only normal for the government to so do. This same country bailed out the Nigerian Airlines. And that's why last year, Nigeria recorded the best record in history of no casualty, no crisis at all. That is the effect of such policy. There is no way poverty will be reduced when people are owed salaries across the country. If 23 states out of 36 cannot pay salary, then there could be no buoyancy. So the government, the president by his action, is already putting the system on a stabilization mode.
You seem to have an idea of some of the plans laid out. I was going to say,
this bailout, I want to amplify it. Because